Ball like the playoffs. Get down and lay down and stay down. Ball like the playoffs. Can't take a day off. Can't take a day off. Ball like the playoffs. Get down and lay down and stay down. Can't take a play off. Can't take a day off.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's Misfit Toy Fantasy Football League recap show. Struggling today. This is like take 4 or 5. Usually I just roll through, but we've had some major things going on here. But I'm going to go with this one here. Playoff time. Lil Wayne. I'm not a big Lil Wayne fan, but not an awful song. I've never heard it before. I just saw it was playoff, and so played it for today because the playoffs start today, and we are all playing for the Ruby Doobie, everybody. Here it is. It's falling apart like crazy, but here it is. Whose room will this be gracing? Will it stay in 2215 or will it go somewhere else? The way it's looking right now, it's going somewhere else, but we'll find out. You hear my computer beeping like crazy. My wife's texting me. It's bizarre, crazy thing. So I have numerous pairs of glasses. And so for basketball, I always take a case with another pair because I usually change outfits. I go to practice, so I need my practice glasses. I go to a game, I need a different pair of dress-up glasses, whatever. But yeah, I dress up in practice glasses. But anyways, last night I could not find the case. It was nowhere to be found. It wasn't in my duffel bag. It wasn't in my backpack. It wasn't in the room. I went home before the game. It wasn't at home. It wasn't in my bedroom. It wasn't in the living room. It wasn't under anything. No idea where it was. Checked my car. Could not find it. And then this morning, my wife texts me this picture and says, where did you find, are these your glasses? Where did you find them? Right on top of the clothes, my folded clothes I wore last night. Right on top of them, perfectly placed. I did not put them there. No chance I put them there. So she thinks someone's been in her house. I don't know who would have taken my glasses and then brought them back at like a prank or like, I don't know, to scare us or something, but I'm guessing this fell out of something. I don't know what it would have fell out of, but super bizarre. The case is sitting right there on top of my pants that I folded last night and put on top of my bag. So I don't know. And then this morning I took everything out of my bag, but creepy, weird. I don't know what's going on. So if it keeps beeping, she's home, so she's all worried. But yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. Not sure where they went. But anyways, let's get back to some fantasy football here and the fantasy football playoffs. We'll talk about a little bit about how I like to do the playoffs, or how we do the playoffs in this league, I should say. We do give a home field advantage, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But let's look at the scoreboard before that. Week 13, Tony takes down Nathan Eward, 145-117. Leanne, 156. Chris, 136. Lowest scoring game I've ever seen. Karen, 54-41 win. Ryan Webb took me down 139-128. I had two guys get hurt in the first quarter, give me double zeros. And that's something I've thought about doing, is maybe next year you guys give me some feedback. You get like one free injury sub or something. I don't know. And Ryan did lose Trevor Lawrence in his game, but Trevor Lawrence scored 31 points before he got hurt. My two guys were both 0 before they got hurt. But part of the risk, I guess, with who you play in fantasy football. So, oh well. Nick beat Jeanette 150-125. Kevin just took it to Lisa this week, 147-47. I think in what is the biggest deficit of the season, 100 points. Teely Time, 190. Nelly, 135. Becky took down Eric, 159-94. Eric slipping a little bit. He's lost a couple late here in the season. Tyler, he's red hot. He took down Amy KP, 132-73. And Ankeny Natron, don't sleep on him right now, 220 points for Ankeny Natron as he won big, 220-128 over Matt Klinger. So now what I've tried to do, I've tried to share the bracket with you. It hasn't really worked. I'll maybe try it one more time. But I'll explain how we do the playoffs here in the Ruby Doobie. So what happens is you get 1 point in the NFL. Kevin told me last year, you don't get extra points in the NFL, but you do get a home field advantage. And the home field advantage, if you look at the spreads in gambling, I don't gamble at all, but I know that you play at home, it's usually 3 points. You usually get 3 more points at home than you would on the road. So you do kind of get that advantage. You get the home field advantage. It gives you more points on the spread. You earn that home field advantage. So in fantasy football, you can have 2 guys get hurt and get 2 zeros anytime. So we got to get that home team, that higher seed, a little bit of advantage. So what we do is we call it the home field advantage. You get 1 point per higher seed you are. So that being said, if you're the 8 seed playing the 9 seed, the 8 seed will have a 1 point lead to start that matchup. If you're the 16 seed playing the 1 seed, the 1 seed will have a 15-point lead. Now I know that's kind of a lot, and you might not like it very much, but that 1 seed earned that 1 seed. The 16 seed could still win. I think last year we did have an upset. Somebody won, like the 2 beat the 15 beat, or the 14 beat the 3, I believe. So it still can happen, just like NCAA tournament. 14 can still beat a 3. You just at a disadvantage, just like in the NCAA tournament. You're at you have a deficit. So that's how we're going to do it. So I can kind of go through the bracket with you here, see if I can share now. Hey, we got it this time. All right, so sharing my screen, our bracket. The number 1 overall seed is Tyler. He's the number 1 seed. He is 10-3. He takes on Justin Time. He will have a 15-point lead in that matchup. In the 8-9 matchup, you have me at 7-6 and Nick at 7-6. Should be a tough one there. Nick beat me earlier in the year, and I will start with a 1-point lead over Nick. The 5 seed, Ankeny Natron at 8-5, and the 12 seed, Becky Hazy at 6-7. You guys can do the math. I won't tell you what the lead's going to be. I'll let you figure that out on your own. The 4-13, it's Tony 9-4 versus Nelly at 5-8. The 6-11 matchup is Kevin at 8-5 against Amy at 6-7. The 3 seed, Eric dropped from the 1 to the 3 seed in the last couple weeks. Will take on the 14 seed, Nathan Neward, to start with. The 7 seed will be Teely at 8-5. He takes on the 10 seed at Ryan Webb at 7-6. And then the 2 seed, it's Matt Klinger at 9-4, and he takes on Jeanette, who's in the playoffs this year as a 15 seed. And also Nathan Combs, probably the most improved. I thought Jeanette was most improved, but Nathan Combs going from no playoffs to the 5 seed, probably the most improved in the bracket there. And then down here we have the Ruby Ducey, the one that you don't want to get, but Lisa's kind of said she does want to get. There's you play 3 games down here in the Ruby Ducey. The worst record gets the Ruby Ducey. If there's a tie, it goes to the worst regular season record. So again, you'll have that same advantage. I'll be 1-point advantages in these matchups, but you have the 17 seed Chris against the 18 seed Karen, the 19 seed Leanne versus the 20 seed Lisa Dowell for the Ruby Ducey. So that is the playoff picture right there for you. You got the matchups. I guess I can go over the matchups and give you some predictions here on what's going to be what. We'll look at the scoreboard for this week. Tyler favored big, 123-109. I'm favored over Nick, 132-112. Ankeny Natron favored 143-115. Tony favored 146-120. Kevin favored 123-93. Right now, Nathan Neward favored over Eric 131-108. I mean, we'll add in the home field advantage there, but Nathan's still favored. Teely favored big, 155-113. And right now, Jeanette is favored over Matt, 124-123. We'll give Matt his home field advantage, and he'll be favored. But Jeanette might pull that upset here. In the Ruby Ducey, you got Chris favored 107-79, and you got Leanne favored 110-107. So best of luck to everybody in the playoffs, but most luck to Brady Gaga. It's a long road for me this year. Last year I was a 2 seed. Wasn't that difficult. This year I'm the 8 seed. That's quite a haul, but we'll see if we can do it. Nick, obviously you're going down, and best of luck to everybody in the playoff picture. We will see you next week. We'll have some teams eliminated.
Can't take a day
Go
off.
Brady Gaga. It's playoff time.
Can't take a play off. Can't take a play off. Can't take a day